And we are live. Welcome back to the Gym of the Crypto, episode 915. Today is March 23rd, 2022, and I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish, you jabronis.
You jabronis, boss up and get the money. Stop talking and typing and chatting and tweeting. If you ain't making money or eating, I have nothing to rhyme with it. I almost had it. It was sounding good. It was feeling good. Today's top stories. OECD opens proposal on tax transparency framework for crypto to public comment. Chip giant Qualcomm launches $100 million Metaverse fund. Marvel NFT partner Veve closes its marketplace after an in-app token exploit. And Crypto.com becomes the official sponsor of FIFA World Cup in Qatar 2022. But first, what's going on with those prices? Bitcoin's a...
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices today, Bitcoin sitting at $42,072, down 1.6% today. Ethereum at $2,968, down 1.2%. Binance Coin at $403, down 1% today. XRP sitting at 83 cents, down 1.7%. Cardano at 107, up 9% today. Terra Luna at 95.30, up 2.2% today. Solana at 92.73, up 0.2%. And last but not least, rounding out our top 10 is Avalanche at 85.60, down 1% today. And our biggest gainers is Wyatt Tizer, up at 864%. ARK with a C up 330%, and Smash Cash up 295%. Don't even want to look into what Smash Cash is used for. So still some big gains on some of the smaller tokens and a big jump by a couple of the top 10. So that's our prices for today.
There it is. Really quick, just to see where all the real Terra Luna fans are at, since they didn't call in, but they're in the comments and chat all the time. How about you drop in the chat where people can get some good ROIs on that Terra Luna, since you should know all these hidden places since you're a real degen, right? Call you out. Let me get some shout outs to some people in the chat. What's going on? Jordan Wyatt, Satoshi Slim, what we got? Jason, Fatima, Bitcoin Man, goodness, BK Born, Bed-Stuy Race, Satoshi Slim, the white shirt is live. Listen, you already know this. For those who don't know, the white shirt started because first and foremost, I was like, I don't want to have new outfits and hoodies and shirts all the time. I'm not buying stuff all the time. And then also I was like, Kramer, Mad Money. I'm just jogging his style. Hey, we've been stolen from, I'm stealing right back, and we're doing it for crypto instead. Google blah, 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 blah. Gotta have the buttons and whistles and some wrong predictions, and then we got a show.
Oh, yeah. worst portfolio on TV. Trash.
And it's on every week, every day still. What's going on, Richard Johnson, Less Square, Finn, Courtney Johnson, Sylvester Askew, Junior Malley, Shada Zulu, what's up? Oh, you know, that's what I forgot to do. I got to throw the sound. Oh, it is on. I was like, just soundboard on. Make sure the microphone so real proper. Like, you got any announcements really quick, Zay?
Not for me. Nothing I can think of right now. I'll probably think of something as we go.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it then. Top story of the day. We're talking about OECD. OECD opens proposal on tax transparency framework for crypto to public comment. According to the OECD, the crypto market poses a significant risk around tax transparency, claiming that any gains will eventually be lost without additional safeguards. This is actually an interesting take on it. What's going on with this story here?
Oh, yeah. So it seems as though the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or known as OECD, has suggested these additional requirements, reporting crypto transactions and trying to become the feds and identify users aimed at increasing transparency. And all this really means is they're trying to mitigate their risk as a company so that they can basically get rid of anybody that doesn't have the metrics they want based on KYC or AML. The proposed suggested individuals and businesses already dealing in crypto services include exchanges, retail transactions, and transferring tokens have 12 months from the effective date of the rules to comply with the reporting requirements. So this is hilarious to see, only because we were just talking about this before the show, regulations. Every single company they're pushing for more regulations, more transparency. so that they can complete their control. They really have it well-rounded at this point in the current financial system, but in the coming financial system, they're still trying to round out all the regulations. So that's pretty much what you see here. And this global tax transparency framework is, in my opinion, something that the G20, like it says here, or G7, or different countries that meet together, a lot of the people who are looking towards building globally, they will jump on this and try and approve it, but I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, and you know what? Not only that, I'm looking at the story in taxes. It's crazy that people really just tell us what to do and take from us. I love it, low key. I mean, I see why BDSM is so big. I didn't realize why, but I actually see it now. It's crazy. But no, what's interesting about this, yesterday I spoke to someone who isn't even in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency at all, right? They've heard of it. They've been on the fringes. Shout out to them. They're watching today. Invite them to our channel today to take a peek or whatever. But one of their first questions they had for me was about taxes. I'm just in my head, I'm just like, shit, you're not even in the market yet. And you think about taxes are like, and I explained to them, like, why is it fair that for one, you should even pay taxes on something that the government didn't even believe in. It wasn't even considered anything. And then once the price goes up, the number goes up, all of a sudden we want to talk taxes. But I also added, which is crazy, because I even put this in the master class last year when we were talking about the farming and the yield farming, all that good stuff. People, I knew Titan Iron Finance would probably be a rug pull, but I tried these projects out and to see, right? And I got rug pulled, right? I've openly told you about the scams and the rug pulls. So that was a big ass rug pull for me. I'm not gonna throw the number out there live right now, but so my point is like, all right, we want to talk taxes. I will. We're gonna report shit. I'm gonna report it this year. It's like, all right, so yeah, really, is that what we want to do? Because they don't want to play that game, which is why this is stupid to begin with. It's like taxes. Everybody's talking tax. It's like, yes, that's if you won or this period or this trade. People, it could actually shoot the government and IRS and the Treasury in the back if people are not selling specifically Bitcoin. If you're buying Bitcoin, people just are holding it. They're not selling and trading it, and they're taking losses on the other assets. What? That could destroy the market. That might be that actually might be the venture capital play right there. You welcome to whoever VC just heard that. Throw me a tip next time you see me in Vegas or Miami. All right, like here it is. Clip that one, shit, Antonio. That was perfect.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's perfect strategy, like you said, if you don't want to have to do it. But also too, them, in my opinion, like you said, 2, 3, 4 years from now, coming up with some sort of global tax thing, and then they have to backtrack and try and find all the ones from before. Or if you paid it already and then they come out and say, oh, you don't have to pay as much. What do? Do you get money back? No. So this global tax thing, countries can't agree on shit. They definitely not going to agree on this, because there's some countries that's going to be like, whoa. We want people to use crypto over here. We don't know about y'all. Y'all are the ones trying to tax. Y'all are the corrupt people in control trying to get your money, even though you didn't do any work. Get out of here.
Right. It's crazy. Let's see. Trev says 20% APY on Tether valid on DeFi platform. It depends on the platform. I'll say I haven't seen it as high as 20, but I have seen as high as 12%. Actually, I think I've seen as high as 16%. Back when when Aave first launched this, the updated version 2, we saw it. So yes, JG Wentworth, what's the deal? Let's see. Alec G says, Amir's YouTube tweaking. Like count is not moving, and I can't share the link.
Oh, this shadow ban is
we always
shadow ban is real, man.
Let me see. Oh, you're right. It is tweaking. It's not moving. Shadow ban is in full effect. I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing it right now. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, not sure what's happening. But you're right. I see a lot of people saying they paid the like tax, but it's not moving. So who knows?
Hey, somebody asked, the question is, how do you enforce the global tax? I would say if there was a way to enforce it, it would be through the G20. When different leaders of different countries get together, yes, they meet at different places and come up with plans, and then they go back to their countries and implement them. This is why I say most of the people who are in power now in the US, they don't care about the US. They care about their group that they go see in G20. So if they're going to implement it, that's how they'll try. I just don't think that most countries agree. So they won't go all the way through, but they'll try. They have to try.
And then informally on the fringes also, like just for the US or say China, US, UK, Russia, some of the bigger countries that are more structurally advanced, I say, it's kind of easy to get people to do it in control. Because first of all, if you just make it a law, you're going to have, let's just say on a low end, you'll have 30% of the population, 40% who's going to do it automatically. It's a law. Hey, I'm going to do it. I don't care, whatever. This is how you have Nazis, but it's a law. I'm going to do it. And then you have some of the population who won't, which a few of those they'll find and go after, but they're really actually only going to go after the big numbers, right? They're going to go through that list, and whoever has the most Bitcoin, the most zeros, the most crypto, whatever, they'll start tagging them. And that will literally shake some of those communities and populations around and say, all right, we'll get some of these percentage numbers, and they'll just rinse, wash, and repeat. I think those go after the big people. Yeah.
Alex said the BIS is going to enforce it. People, if you let Jigglypuff right here enforce the taxes on the entire globe, I promise you, I'm never going to listen to anything this dude has to say. There's no reason why I would listen to Jigglypuff right here ever. Him, Tweety Bird, Janet Yellen, or Romy Rome, Jerome Powell. I'm not listening to anything they got to say. They messed up that stuff enough. Get out of here.
There we go. They said, everybody says, everyone says working now. Yeah, I just saw the page reload for me too. Who knows? YouTube is going through. I mean, let's not forget, isn't Google, YouTube owns by Google. So servers, big servers, all types of stuff going on. All right, Chip Giant.
Cyber attack, let's get it. Hey, they already told us it's going to be a Russian cyber attack. It's not. But if it is a cyber attack, I can almost 100% guarantee it's not Russian. They already told us.
Oh, man. Chip Giant Qualcomm launches $100 million Metaverse fund. Shout out to Qualcomm. This is huge news. The funding will also go toward a grant program for developers building extended reality focused gaming, health, wellness, media, entertainment experiences. But Bitcoin say, while this is good for the market in the short term, in the long term, I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Is the metaverse here? Are we getting closer to this? Is this going to be just another hyped up event that keeps the capital flowing in and out for the next couple of years before we forget about it? What's the deal here?
Oh, yeah. I think the metaverse is here to stay, but in its current iteration, we will have a lot of failures. And I think the people with the most money will keep it going because they have the float to push it up and to promote it. Also, I think what Qualcomm is doing here, where they have extended reality, artificial intelligence, and augmented reality all in one. They're trying to push it all together. This investment project is dubbed the Snapdragon Metaverse Fund. Terrible name. In reference to the firm Snapdragon chips. Who came up with that bullshit? But they're designed for a long list of devices, including smartphone, tablets, computers, smartwatches, smart books, everything. Smart shoes, smart drawers, smart glasses, smart haircut, whatever. So I think it's here to stay. The only thing we'll see a lot of smaller metaverse projects, maybe with even better tech or maybe better experience, just don't have the money to keep up. And we all know most of the market is stupid, so they're going to run to what's popular. Except for people who have a focus on a decentralized metaverse, most people who are in the crypto world, most people will use this metaverse, and I think they have the money to promote it. So they'll make it fun. They'll have some games where kids can play. They'll have experiences. They'll have better maps. So it is easy to attract people. I just don't think that metaverse projects will be as prevalent as people think. It'll be a few that control everything, just like everything else. It starts off with an explosion and then whittles itself down into more centralized, better products.
Yeah, and shout out to Qualcomm. I'm hoping that, as you stated as well, that they don't spend $100 million in one place, one project. I'm hoping, like you said, they sprinkle it out, almost to the effect of like, no, y'all get 300,000, figure it out. Like you all get 20,000, figure it out. You get 750,000, figure it out. That way, there are more opportunities for different people and different projects to try to figure it out and find the whether it's the killer app or platform, whatever it is, because yeah, I think we're far away from finding the right one. But I will say if Qualcomm's putting 100 million into a while, that's a drop in the bucket for what the entire industry probably needs. But I think when they're done spending that 100 million, we will have a yes or no picture of this is here to stay in the short term. Because I'll give it to Qualcomm. They're pretty good at what they do. And so shout out to that team. They used to, of course, San Diego Chargers used to play there. But yeah, I think after they're done spending 100 million, like if we watch the money, we'll have a good idea of metaverse is here to stay. These are the projects you should even invest in, or like, nah, this shit ain't like Qualcomm could have get it off his feet. Yeah. It's gonna be
Meta is struggling right now.
That's my point. So that's my point, right? When you really look at it, how are they struggling? This is something that they aren't even really getting government interference from. So they have the money, or I'm not sure how much money is actually being diverted there, but like you said, they're struggling. So
hey, you're gonna need, what's gonna make it increase is a decrease in the price of hardware. once the hardware is super accessible, where you don't have to pay $500 or whatever, $300, when it's like 50, that's when more people can get it. And also, it may take a Black Swan event to force people to use it. Just like most people didn't work from home remote. It took COVID for that to happen. Now, it's some other Black Swan events that makes people stay home. Maybe people immerse themselves in the metaverse 3 or 4 years from now. But I think it'll be tough to do that with people sitting inside so long. They want to be out.
Yeah, and that's a good point. It will be interesting unless Qualcomm. Oh, only we know. I won't say only, but I do see that play because I don't think hardware and stuff that's not going to get cheaper because that's the play. Like that's it's going to be expensive. However, since they make their own stuff, or they at least know the manufacturers and people to get the deals on hardware and chips and all that, maybe they do build their own type of metaverse or partner with somebody who can build the metaverse and then supply them with all that. So that's actually a crazy play right there. And that could be what they're positioning themselves for. If that's the play, then yeah, all they need is for one platform to take off, especially they're backing them on the chips and everything. And Qualcomm itself could probably be worth another 3, 4, 5 times than what it is right now, which would be insane. They come back up to LA. You know what? We want the Chargers and the Rams back, matter of fact. All right, J.E. Walter, have we tried doing shows on the Odyssey platform? Odyssey platform said YouTube. No, but if it's another platform, let us know. We can try it.
I will say the Minds, we still have that account just in case we need to move our stuff over there. And then I also set up an account on Rumble. So I posted some of our recent videos on Rumble on there as well, just as a backup, because you know how it gets.
Hey, in worst case, look, we'll invite people to the Zoom room. Jump
on the Zoom room and just talk shit.
The show won't stop. All right, Marvel. Oh man, this is a sad story, people. You know, I had to trigger some folks in the chat and across the YouTube space. Marvel NFT partner Veve closes its marketplace after an in-app token exploit. They said it before the show. I have to reiterate it. This is what beta looks like. When we keep telling you like this stuff is still brand new, it is being tested. This is what is being tested looks like. Everything looks good and great. We talk about Veve here a lot. But you know, not all the hackers and scammers have heard about it. As they hear about it, that is when the app really gets tested. It looks like Twitter users, I know Michael Kennedy is going to have this story for us in the chat. Twitter users have complained that the exploit has resulted in a sharp decline in the price of their digital collectibles over the past week. What? That is right. Veve, a non-fungible token marketplace with licensed digital collectibles, faced an exploit on Tuesday, resulting in millions of gems, their in-app tokens, being acquired illegally. The platform is quite popular, of course, among mainstream brands such as Marvel, Pixar, Coca-Cola, who have chosen Veve as their official launch partner. In a tweet published on Wednesday, Veve acknowledged the exploit on the platform and said that the attackers managed to acquire a large amount of gems illegitimately. The app-based NFT platform has shut the marketplace along with the gems purchase option until the investigation is complete. This is crazy. What say you, Bitcoin Zay?
It's smacked around like we always try and tell you. These new projects haven't been tested. They got to get the shit kicked out of them at least once or twice so that you can see how robust they really are. So this is one of their first tests. They had to shut down the marketplace, and the gems are the Veve in-app token that uses used to exchange for collectibles during drops in the market. But the early report suggests that the exploiters behind the attack managed to mint millions of gems without having to pay for it by exploiting a bug in the buying mechanism. People, please audit your smart contracts once, twice, 3 times, however many times you need, because this is becoming so prevalent that I don't think there is an NFT or a DeFi project that has gotten popular that hasn't got exploited. That just goes to show you how good hackers are with exploiting these smart contracts and how new these projects are. So they need to see this in order to figure out how to fix it. Let's see, the following the crash, the price of the token cut off by half, falling from 0.5 to 0.25. And then the marketplace went into maintenance. That is crazy. To lose half your value and literally one exploit. Massive decline in the price of the listed NFTs, where one user realized the NFT value plunged by 80% within a week. That's what we mean, people. It may not always be on purpose, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So even if Veve was trying to be a great platform, if one exploit happens, you have to deal with it. People lose 80% of their value. It becomes hard to get that trust back.
Spilling water on me. No, damn, I just messed up your clip. My bad. No, I agree with you. And not only, or do they need to get smacked around? We're seeing like, how strong or weak, whatever it is. But this is what when we talk about TA people, when everybody swears by the charts, swears by the numbers and stuff, it's like there are so many events that happen in this space that you just can't plan for. Like you said, the Black Swan events, where it don't matter what your chart says, it don't matter what the trade's supposed to do, it don't matter which way the market's going. It's like this one event changes a lot. If they don't figure this out, which I'm sure they will, it's a technical issue, it seems like. But again, how many other issues are there, right? Makes you wonder. A lot of people do keep a lot of their value on Veve now at this point. To keep it real, they're being lazy, they're not swapping it out. And the way they did initially do their gems and everything, I know it was a little bit difficult to swap out, but people got lazy and keep their value on there. So I know some people may not be able to access that value today, but yeah, I mean, it just goes to show what's going to happen moving forward. Like you said, the big brands that are with it was the crazy part too, because the last thing Marvel, Pixar, and Coca-Cola wants is any type of like hack in the background, even if they don't have nothing to do with it, even as a third party. But yeah, on Veve's side, I mean, like
welcome
you said,
crypto. Welcome to crypto.
welcome
Marvel, Disney, welcome. Welcome to the Wild West.
Right.
You might get your shit took overnight. It just, hey, 80% drops. It happens. You can't chart that. Ain't no TA for that. No technical.
No, it definitely isn't. Let's go ahead and check out the comment section. I know we got some funny stuff. Chappie said, you have no choice. You can't take it off the platform. Oh, wow. See, I thought there was a workaround already, though. Oh, man, that's crazy. Let's see. Satoshi Slim said, been in maintenance on my phone for the last 3 months. I gave up, uninstalled it, left like $30 worth of stuff on there. Yeah, I know when I first started, it was I had some issues as well, which is kind of why I kind of popped off it. But I was, to be fair, I was getting emails and updates that they're working on those type of issues for everyone, of course. Nappy Way, shout out, said, it's not a hack. It was a poorly written contract. Jimmy Song said that on the show. That's true. Shout out to Jimmy Song.
Audit these contracts. You got to audit them.
That's true. I mean, it wasn't a hack. It was a poorly written contract. Or, I mean, listen, even worse, you all, I know you don't like to believe in it, folks, because you all think it's sunshine and rainbows over here. But hey, who wrote the poorly written contract? Hey, was it an anonymous user? I don't know. I haven't read the article all the way. I told you we read these live. That's all I'm saying.
Let's say sometimes people commit suicide, so it might have been
it sure be a fool if somebody robbed my project now. Let's see. Appreciate that, Michael Kennedy. I was waiting to hear from Michael Kennedy. Honestly, this doesn't hurt their NFT side itself, just only kills the value of the gem. Okay, that's true. That is true itself. But are there NFTs cross-platform for Veve yet? I'm not sure. DeFi Kingdom Jewel is pumping. Shit, shout out to Alec, of course. I know he's making some money on that DeFi Kingdom Jewel. Oh, yeah. Let's see. All right. So yeah, people are throwing their how to work the Veve app over there. That's crazy. I'm hoping it drives them to build a better marketplace to remove assets off the system, said Michael Kennedy. We'll see. They'll either move them off the system or they made their money and they go.
Yeah, exactly. Or they'll just move off the system.
Buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. All right. Last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and talk about crypto.com. Everywhere. You ain't never there, okay? They become the official sponsor of 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. What's going on with this?
Oh, man. So crypto.com has used their entire budget for marketing, it seems, because cryptocurrencies have been largely illegal in Qatar since 2018. Crypto.com is likely to reach the more international crowd, given the popularity of soccer. And they have their hands on the LA Lakers Stadium. They sponsored some baseball stuff, I believe, some UFC fighters, and now they are partnering with FIFA, international governing body, for many soccer tournaments, which you all know. Crypto.com will be an official sponsor for the World Cup in 2022. So, according to FIFA Chief Commercial Officer Kay Madadi, the deal will help grow the games on a global scale, citing their partnerships with other entities around the world, such as the LA-based Staples Center, like I just said, also Australian Football League as well. So we've seen them use basically their entire marketing budget to put their name on everything in sports, because that seems to be where the most eyeballs are at this point. So shout out to them, as well as FTX. You know, FTX has a lot of sponsorships as well, and their names on stadiums, the Miami Stadium and others as well.
Hey, love them or hate them. And seriously, shout out to crypto.com because at the end of the day, they are named crypto.com. They're putting that mother everywhere, everywhere. They're plastering it everywhere. So shout out to crypto.com for making that happen. And yeah, shout out to JG Wetworth. Listen, it's all right. Richard hit y'all with the all right, now we got post chain. There's always another project, folks. It's all good. It's all good. It happens. But listen, I'm actually glad. Thank you as well, everyone. See, this is what I'm saying, Zay. Listen, hold on. I gotta put a double camera on this one, Zay. They think they're smarter than us. They really do. And folks, listen, if you know what I'm saying, you understand. This is why it's whack-a-mole with these regulators and government and crypto. It's just too early. Let it go. Perfect example. I was public and even put in the masterclass, tied in the iron finance rug pull, and I was public about jumping on Hex. Both of those are what? What? One went 99% down, and the other one is down like what, 80%. So fine. Hey, Cash App sent me the thing. Y'all want to play the tax game this year? We're playing it this year. Fine. We're gonna see how this goes, right?
Also, what they gonna do? What are people on BV gonna do that just lost 80% of their portfolio? Are they supposed to report that now?
You know,
and part of it. I mean, are y'all gonna take the losses on
it? And again, we could go further back. People, we've been hacked before. I had to do. They made you do an FBI report. I ain't heard a word.
Nothing.
I ain't playing. What? I ain't playing no tax game right now. You crazy? You know, listen. I don't never want to hear that shit again. Taxes. Yeah. Speaking of which, I got this 2016, 2017 document for you. And as soon as we figure this out, we can start talking about taxes. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Yeah, let's actually talk about it. Somebody said, can you explain to me the use case of NFTs? Yeah, use case. Well, NFT is a hash of a URL which points to a file. It could be a JPEG, it could be a movie file, it could be a music file, but it could also be a way to document things such as driver's license, health records, things of that nature. So that is yours. So if we're going to build a digital ID, it's going to be technically an NFT or NFT technology that they use to do it, because that can point to anything. Currently, right now, it's used for whatever people want to point that hash towards. Doesn't matter what it is, music, photos, whatever people want to sell. That's what you're really buying. But at the end of the day, it does have a lot of use cases, but for those to be built out, that's going to take some years. So this is just the first iteration. Don't think NFTs itself as a technology is trash. Some of the projects are, but for the most case, if you don't want any digital art or digital collectibles and you don't want to resell right now, it's more about flipping them. If that's not what you want, or if you want to join a social club, that's pretty much the use case right now.
All right, Jake Fever, thank you for the tips at King ETH. Oh man, people back on the ETH train. Here we go. And they just keep spinning and spinning, folks. No. I will say really quick, I have noticed across the market that it has been down as far as, just looking at YouTube, Twitter, and all that good stuff. People, this is the time, which is crazy because it's a down market at 30s, at 39, 40,000, $42,000 is a down market. Like, people are getting bored at 40. I can't wait to the day people getting bored with 220K. Like,
man, this again.
Last week it was 320. Like, oh my goodness. So here we go. But what I will say is, as always, this is the time to learn, because this is the time where nothing's really happening. Slow news cycles. This is the time to learn and to actually be in the market. That way, when the next pump actually happens, your position. What you got for them Bitcoins, eh?
Hold up, I missed you right there. You went out a little bit.
I said, what you got for everybody? Any last minute announcements?
Oh yeah, make sure you watch Caribbean Crypto or Crypto in the Caribbean. And shout out to Leroy. Shout out to L. Yeah, shout out to him with Caribbean Crypto. The Daily Digest with Antonio. Trek with the weekend updates. We got more shows coming. Like I said, we're going to welcome to Death Row. We got the best media company coming with crypto in the land. So make sure you check out those shows. Keep it pumping. Don't let YouTube shadow ban stop you from watching either. Yeah, definitely check those 3 shows out that he just mentioned. Plenty of information out there. And again, that actually, like, especially L show, you talk about the Caribbean. It's a way to position yourself into this space if you just don't want to be in the United States. We do know we have a lot of people from Caribbean that listen. And same thing with the international news and the weekend updates that Trek is going to be giving you, especially on the international side. Like, a lot of you have traveled, been to different places, have passports. There are arbitrage opportunities as you build those connections in these different places. There's so, like, on the international level, there's so much. That's a whole different thing, but there's so much you can do
in so many ways to actually increase your value in the space as well, whereas you couldn't just do it if you're in one country. So keep drumming. Thank you for the tip. Appreciate the insights. For sure, for sure, for sure. Other than that, make sure you smash that like and share. And this is a good time for the masterclass as well. If you're still interested, if you want to learn everything A to Z in crypto, you still have those basic questions or those in-depth questions, check out the masterclass on our website.